So my name is James Cook and I'm a special correspondent at the Telegraph. I joined about 4 months ago now as part of quite a big influx of tech journalists to sort of build this technology intelligence team. My particular focuses are on cybersecurity, also startups and general tech as well. The biggest challenge is, because I'm new to newspaper journalism and new to Telegraph as well, is understanding how newspapers do things and understanding how the Telegraph audience will react to stories. Because some of the stories that I'm super passionate about myself might not be interesting to that wider audience. So it's when you first start any publication, it's that sort of hit and miss of what do I care about, what do my readers care about, and eventually, hopefully, you meet in the middle at some point. We are spending a lot more time online now, and I think that's where those sort of offline interactions sort of become more important. You know, I think every week I call up Barry and annoy him over the telephone, and I think that's actually really important just to have that conversation and flesh out those ideas. And I think you'd be surprised how many journalists are actually keen to have a conversation rather than just an email back and forth every now and then. Because often with things like cybersecurity, they're quite complex topics. We don't know everything, often PR people don't know everything, but hopefully the experts do, and it helps to have that conversation just to get our heads around things. I hate breakfast roundtables, just because there's never any news from them and they're ridiculously early in the morning. So I wish people would get out of the trend of doing those. Within work hours is great, and I think we're pretty flexible for that. As soon as you start to try and use journalist time outside of those hours, it just becomes a tougher sell. The first thing is having a relationship with the person who's emailed you. So knowing that if John Smith emails me, it's always going to be something good because I've met with him, I know that he knows what my interests are. It's front-loading it with the news, either in the subject line or right at the top. Often we'll get a sort of long wall of text press release, and right at the bottom is an interesting statistic. Most of the time we're not going to have the time to actually scroll to that point. So I think it's building that relationship and understanding you've got to front-load it with that news straight up. I think with cybersecurity, because there are so many stories every day of breaches and vulnerabilities, I think the rule that we have sort of informally is it's relevant when it actually affects real people on the street who might be our readers as well. It's all well to say that some enterprise software has a vulnerability. Fine, I'm sure that's interesting to some researchers, but what's important to us is when it's people on the street will read our coverage and say, you know what, that affects me and I want to know more about that. Good spokespeople aren't always the most senior people. Often the CEOs might have very corporate talking points, they might be very PR trained, they might not be the most relaxed, and they also might not have the most domain expertise. I think for us, often when we're reporting cybersecurity, specifically as a news story, time is incredibly important, and often a junior person is more likely to be able to jump on the phone in the afternoon, and actually I'd probably work directly with that subject over a period of months as well, so we can get sort of more original quotes, more original research from them as opposed to high-level talking points.